say in Independence Day, and this time without the oops. Again, I recorded and didn't record sound. What is wrong with me? All right, so we are looking at an image here of a man. He is a cartoon character. This is a production piece of art. This is Seahawk from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. He is a wonderful character. So I'm going to go through and start getting rid of some of the color out of his line art. I am using the magic wand tool to select the color bits and delete them because I need the line art. And yes, this is a licensed character. Should I be doing this? Probably not. But if I get a cease and desist from Etsy, I will take him down and I will put him on my website as a free file. Oh, Seahawk. But I have an idea for this. Oh, his earring isn't even painted. That's his earring. And I will have to do a lot to this file to make it really usable. I have to get in here and like paint around and stuff. Oh, this one might not work. This one is not going to work as well as Hordak did. I have an idea though. So this is all graphic design is about, is having ideas and fixing them up and doing them. So this is Seahawk. He is in love with the character Mermista. And we're pretty sure she's in love with him too. They are a couple. And Seahawk likes to sing about himself. He worries that his friends don't like him. And he says adventure all the time. Oh my God, why does this man say adventure so much? So I'm kind of going to do to his waist because I think that would be a cute file. All right. You can see I still have some color, but I'm actually going to take this down, get my eraser, I'm going to erase along this line. So I'm going to get rid of his hips and his waist. Adventure! Oh, Seahawk. Gosh, Bo and Seahawk, these poor boys, these poor idiots. That's what we say on a television show when two best friends do just the most ridiculous stuff. And actually, I have not watched season 5. I just finished season 4 last night with my husband, so we'll be finishing season 5 and the final season of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power soon. Oops, undo. Still got some red going on here. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to try to get as much of the color out as possible. It's not easy. Gosh, Seahawk, why you got to be... He likes adventure. We're actually going to select... I need to kind of delete this bit too. So, I'm going to put him in a circle, I think. Adventure with his hand going out the top of the circle, but his body in the circle. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to select color range, and I'm going to select, you can see it's not selected anything because I haven't clicked on anything. I'm going to select all the dark areas I can. I'm going to let it be a little bit fuzzy because I need to be able to grab it. I'm going to copy it and get rid of the underneath one. Now I'm going to stroke. This will look crazy when I first do it. I'm going to make it black. We're going to say the outside. We're going to say the inside. The outside. So there's our line art right there. So we are going to raster size that layer. Raster size layer style. Now I'm going to take my eraser again and clean up some of this stuff that will not translate into an SVG file. Bless you, Seahawk, and the boat you rode in on, chasing Mermista and screaming, adventure! He says that a lot. Last night I did a Hordak file that says, imperfection is beautiful because, gosh, this story has been so great. They gave Hordak a soul. When I was a little kid, I was afraid of Hordak. I was so scared because he was She-Ra's bad guy. And you thought, oh, he's just bad. People are just bad. But his story is so compelling and so good. And I'm just super happy about it. Okay, so Seahawk looks pretty good. We are gonna like take a paintbrush though, and we are gonna, oops, too big of a paintbrush. We're gonna fill this in a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna fit on screen, and that's what he looks like. We're gonna delete this other layer because we don't need it. Yes. So I'm gonna go to Google, and I'm gonna find a PNG circle. I'm terrible at hand drawing circles, so I find one. Oh, look, that's exactly what I need. And it's a PNG. That's what those little squares are. They're transparencies. So I have to like transfer this to my desktop. Okay. And then I have to bring Photoshop back up. I'm going to kind of set it to the side here. Pull it over here, and we're going to pull that circle into our file. Bam. Now I know what you're saying. That circle's going to look great. What are we doing here? So we're going to actually like do this. Yeah. Yeah, Seahawk. Move him down. Should be able to move him down. Or over. There we go. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Okay, so this is the Seahawk layer. My husband is calling me, but I'm not going to answer. I'm going to say, can I call you later? We're going to call that Seahawk, and this is the circle. We're going to actually erase this. We've got to select the layer we're erasing on. So we are going to select this bit of Seahawk down here to erase out of the circle. Now we're going to go to the circle, and we are going to rasterize the layer so we can edit it. And then we're going to get a smaller eraser. We're actually going to erase up to the line art of his hand because we want him to be pointing. Oops, I went too far. We want him to be pointing outside of the circle. Adventure! You know. So now he's in the circle. He's out of the circle. I'm actually going to erase this little bit. We don't need to cut that, honestly. We want to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to crop this because we're going to work on this canvas. It doesn't need to be so big. And now for the piece de resistance. Adventure! I'm going to keep screaming it because it's Seahawk and that's all he talks about. So we're going to warp our text. It's got a faux bold style, so it's going to take the bold out of it. We're going to arc it, and we're going to move it, and we're going to transform, rotate, and we're going to fit it in here like this. You see that? Oh my goodness. This is going to make a great t-shirt. I have to make this as a t-shirt. How cute is this scale? I'm going to make the adventure just a tad bigger to fit in there. Adventure! But I'm also going to warp it a little more so it fits. Warp text. So it's going to bring us back to our warp screen. We're actually going to arc it just a little bit like that. Okay. Adventure! This is so funny. Oh, I'm having a blast. I'm sorry. You guys are probably like, this girl is nuts. Transform scale. We're going to transform rotate because I need to kind of scoot it a little bit. Adventure! Seahawk is going on adventure. We're going to make it like this. This would be a cute button, a cute t-shirt. This would go great on a little canvas, like reusable shopping tote. I'm so in that. This may be going on my car as well. So we are going to have to make all of these line up. We're going to merge layers. This is one file. We're going to file save as Seahawk PNG. We're going to save it. Okay. Out of Photoshop. Get out of Photoshop. Our Seahawk PNG is right here. We don't need our circle. I don't need these guys. Boop. Boop. So I'm going to open this in INKSCAPE, Vector Graphics Editor. And, okay. And it's going to open my file. There he is, Seahawk Adventure. We're going to select it. We're going to say Path, Trace Bitmap, Remove Background, Smooth, live preview. Okay. We're going to bring it over to the side, and it is decidedly different from this one. So we're going to just go Control X to get rid of that one because we want this one. This is our save file. Now, because the original was kind of fuzzy, we are going to be saving this as the PNG and as the SVG. So we're going to save as the Seahawk Cairo PNG. It's going to tell us there's already one. We're going to replace it just to make everything congruent and the same. We're going to save as, not an Inkscape SVG, one right below it, a plain SVG. We're going to save. All right, Seahawk. Oh, this is coming along fast. Okay, so here's our Seahawk. This is our SVG. This is our PNG. Now, our PNG does look like an Internet Explorer file, but it says type SVG document. So it's cool. It's just using a strange picture because it doesn't know what picture to use for it. I guess Windows doesn't have a, what do you call it, an icon for things like that. And it can't read it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Photoshop. And we're going to look at our Etsy listing thing and our web listing thing. As you see, I did 3 skulls earlier this morning, and I did that with no sound on again, so nobody heard it. I had good tips and tricks there. We're going to drop Seahawk here. We're going to look at him. He is going to be a difficult cut, but he will cut nonetheless. He will weed. His earring is lost in translation, and his hair's kind of funny, but I love it. It looks great. I'm going to put it on a bag. A heat transfer vinyl, here I come. This one will probably be better cut bigger, because you can weed it better, maybe. Adventure! I can't stop saying it. It's going to have to mute me. Oh, Seahawk. I'm going to be honest, when I was a kid, I had I don't know if I had a crush on Queen Angela or just her job, but I really wanted to have wings and have a kingdom. I kind of wanted to be Queen Angela, Glimmer's mother. Everybody, adventure! There it is. So we're going to save this as Seahawk Etsy. We're going to save it as a PNG. We're going to go here. We're going to file, save as Seahawk web. And we're going to save it as, my Lord, he's asleep. My kitty, he's asleep. Save it as PNG. Is that okay? We are going to take our 2 files here and we're going to select them both and right click them and add to archive. We're going to call it a zip and say okay. Now on Etsy, Etsy will have the SVG and the PNG and you can download them separately, and I do that. But for my website can't. WordPress and WooCommerce cannot read an SVG file, so I have to zip it. They can read a zip file, so that's what we use on the website. And these are the 5 files that I need to make a listing. The SVG, the PNG, the listing image for Etsy, the listing image for my website, and the zip file for my website. So we're going to go back over here to our internet, to our Chrome. We're going to Chrome. Go to Etsy. Let's see if we're still recording. We are still live. I kind of shut my thing down. I was like, oh no, am I still live? So we are going to go to the shop manager. And we're going to go to our listings. I have no revenue for today. No, I don't. It's still early though. I get a lot of revenue at night, not during the day. And since this is very similar to Hordak, we're going to find Hordak because he's got a lot of the same. We're going to copy. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to add a photo, and we're going to add the Seahawk. There we go. Oh, there it is. Seahawk Etsy. And we're going to say Seahawk. Seahawk only knows how to do one thing and do it well. adventure, and singing sea shanties. And singing. We're not going to put that in there. Oh, he also speaks Seagull. Mermista taught him. So Seahawk, so Mermista in the episode, she taught him Seagull, and he talks to the Seagull, and everybody thinks he's nuts. But the Seagull does go to Mermista and does say that he's in trouble, and it works, and I'm shocked to death. So we're going to leave She-Ra SVG, SVG She-Ra. We're going to remove Hordak, Entraptak, Horde. We're going to leave Catra, Adora, Princesses of Power, Seahawk, SVG, SVG Seahawk, Mermista, SVG Mermista, because we want people to find him, because if they're looking for both. Merhawk. I don't know if that's, is that their, or is it it would be Merhawk. The other portmanteau for their ship is just not, it's a cannon ship though, is just not easy to say. So we are going to get the Seahawk 2 images. We're going to open them up. They're going to be in here. So when you purchase, when your customer purchases your file, they'll be able to download the PNG, the SVG, or both. I've been including PNGs since the beginning. And then I publish copy. Publish. He's in. Seahawk. There he is. And then I can go to Etsy, look at my website, or look at my thing, and there Seahawk is. Adventure. I'm so happy. I'm gonna have to cut that tonight. I might do a video on how I put that on something. And then we're gonna go to Rock Rose Designs, which is my website. And when we get there, you'll see the Hordak got the front slider from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. I may have to make a collection category so that when you click that, you see both the Seahawk and the Hordak. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I have to go to my WordPress dashboard. I may have to log in. I have to log in. Felina. Logging in. All right. Oh, I got an update in the middle. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go to Products. And I'm going to go to Hordak and I'm going to duplicate him because honestly, it's like that. We're going to take out the word copy and we're going to change this to Seahawk. And I'm going to say Seahawk is ready for adventure. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I'm going to remove the product image because it's not Hordak, and I'm going to remove the gallery image because it's not Hordak. Set product image. We're going to upload a file. We're going to get the Seahawk web file. That's this one. We're going to open. We're going to set the product image to that. We're going to go down here, add file. And the other one was Hordak Imperfection, so this will be Seahawk Adventure. Love it. He's so wonderful. And then I'm going to choose my zip file. So there it is. And we say insert file URL. And that's it. That's it. And then I go up and I say publish. Once it's done, boom, your product has been published. I have to go to my website, click the header logo to refresh it, and there he is, Seahawk. So that was my fun for the day. That was me taking a cartoon still and turning it into a cuttable SVG file. I did that last night with Hordak, but I didn't actually record that whole session, so I wanted to be able to show you how to do that. I'll be back next week with another SVG file that I make, a couple tips, tricks, of what you can do. In the meantime, come to our website, rockrosedesigns.com, grab some of our freebie files. We have the entire Bob's Burgers family for free for you to cut. Camping is intense. Camping season is coming up. They're getting ready to open parks and campgrounds. So let's get started with those craft projects. And we will see you all next time. Thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciated. And I gotta see